little technical glitch in there. My name is Nicholas Viselli, and I am the artistic director of Theater Breaking Through Barriers, and I want to welcome all of you to, wow, the final night of our second Virtual Playmakers Intensive, or VPI2, Voices from the Great Experiment. I have to say, this week has been amazing. It's really been an amazing week. I liken it kind of to, you know, if you go to a really fine restaurant and you decide to order the tasting menu, right? And so this week was, I would consider an 8-course tasting menu at one of the finest restaurants in the world. And you look forward to something like this for months and months. It takes forever to get a reservation. And when you finally get in to enjoy the meal, you get to enjoy every course. And then, you know, time passes and the meal comes to an end. So I think all we have is to look forward to the memories of that, but not before the 8th course, which is tonight. If you've had a chance to see some of our other shows,
you look forward to something like this.
One second here. I just want to.
Months. It takes forever to get a reservation, and when you finally get in to enjoy the meal,
I'm sorry. I'm getting some feedback here, so I apologize to you. In any event, yeah, I'm looking forward to this. If you haven't had a chance to see any of the other shows that we've done, I hope that you will check them out on our YouTube page. All of the shows, all 8 of them are there, and they are going to be they're there for a while. You can also check them out on Facebook. We're actually ultimately going to put them up on our website too. So tonight we have such a great show to close this wonderful intensive, and I'm so happy to be able to present this piece. It's a play by Christopher Chan Roberson. Again, never worked with Chris. He is a native New Yorker. He actually lives just a half a block away. He lives in the Thunderdome here, folks. So I think it's really wonderful that he was able to write for us. The play is called Mouse. It was directed by an amazing director, Kimille Howard. Again, Kimille, I am just so honored to be working with you. And we've got this great cast. Scott Barton, Nayab Hussein, Ibaraki, and Sean Phillips. So I hope on our last night of our intensive, you will all sit back, relax, take a big deep breath, and enjoy Christopher Chan Roberson's Mouse.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for voting, and thanks for coming by for the final vote tally. Yes, John, I see you have your hand raised. You already have a question?
I just wanted to be absolutely sure we can guarantee anonymity amongst all of us.
John, you have to have some trust here. It's not 100% anonymous, but it's anonymous enough.
If you check to see when people logged into the email account, you can deduce how people voted. You'll be able to trace it back to people.
I'm not going to. That's what we all agreed on. So yes, if I wanted, I could look back at the metadata and trace it back to people, but I don't want to. But now you're kind of making me want to.
Okay, Mary. Look at the results.
As per our agreement, we all logged into our group email account and uploaded our vote into Google Drive. I'm going to look at them now.
In what order?
In no particular order. The first document I'm opening says vote.png. I'm double clicking it and it's a big thumbs up.
When you say thumbs up, do you mean someone wrote the word out thumbs up or someone took a picture of their thumb?
Peter is asking because if it's a hand, he'll want to see it to figure out which one of us voted.
No, Peter is trying to visualize this process and understand what the vote is, hammer thumbs.
Well, if Peter stops speaking in the third person for a second and stop making fun of my thumbs.
Peter, if you must know, it looks like one of those old-timey thumbs. It looks like a stencil. like you'd see it on a rubber stamp or in a bar, approving your choice of buying more Guinness.
I have a question, Mary. How do you know it's a thumbs up and not a thumbs down?
I opened the file and it's a thumbs up. I didn't rotate it or anything. I'm moving on. Okay. I'm double clicking on the file vote.gif.
Let the record show that the file was not uploaded in a PNG form as per the initial request.
Okay, the second one is a little difficult. Now, if my pop culture brain serves me correct, it's a gif of Danny DeVito nodding his head no. It's from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Well, that just seems mean. Isn't the GIF considered mean? In this context, it seems mean. The person could have just politely said no, but no in GIF form. Someone made effort.
I don't think, it was just a cut and paste job, Wendy. I don't think it required coding.
Is the GIF high quality, or did it come from a site like eBaum's World?
Peter, stop trying to deduce how people voted. This is not cool. I don't like that people are trying to game the system.
Let me just get through the votes. Everyone just give me a few more seconds and we'll put this to rest. The next file is a document. Oh, there's a YouTube link in it. Okay, it's about 3 minutes long, so I'm gonna TLDR this. It's the scene from Phantom Menace where they vote out Terrence Stamp.
I didn't get that reference.
Terrence Stamp is the actor. The character he played was Chancellor Valorum. I'm not saying it because I voted that way. I'm just providing clarity.
So what's the vote referencing? Is that where the emperor threw the Senate chairs at Yoda?
Peter, do you want to explain the clip?
Explain why the clip was uploaded, or explain the intertext of the clip itself? Am I providing context to the clip, or am I defending myself against a potential accusation that I uploaded the content?
Explain the clip.
The scene is where the Galactic Senate vote Chancellor Valorum out because they have no confidence in him.
Wait, so what's that vote? I thought we're voting on the trip. We're voting if Mary's a leader or not? That was an option?
No, it wasn't an option.
So then the vote means they don't have confidence in what? That the trip will happen? That we'll go and not get sick?
What happened to us just saying yes or no? That's what we agreed on. Way to screw things up, Peter.
I dare you to prove that I uploaded that clip. No deed goes unpunished around here.
I will now look at the final vote.
What's the vote right now? I'm so confused.
We have 1 thumbs up.
It could be a thumbs down.
We have 1 thumbs up. We have a no from Danny DeVito, a no confidence vote, which makes absolutely no sense, and the 4th, which I'm about to open.
Let me guess. It's a video of a dramatic hamster.
Oh, it's a picture of us from our first trip.
Is James in the photo?
James is in the photo.
That is so beautiful. It was also taken with John's camera, so we know whose vote that is.
We all have a copy of that photo. It's the banner for our Facebook group. And it's not even a vote. How is a photo of us a vote? We're supposed to definitively say either yes, I want to take this trip, the same trip that we do every year, or no, I don't want to get on a plane and risk my health for something that isn't going away anytime soon and puts us all in high risk situations.
When you say that, I think I can get a good sense of how you voted.
Screw this. This vote isn't working. Open discussion. That's what we need to figure out this trip. Let's think about the logistics. Before we even get into the park, we have to get on a bus from the airport to the park. To get to the airport, we have to take a plane. We haven't gone to the park yet, and already we've exposed ourselves to 2 crowded, high-risk situations. We had a good run. We've been going every year for years, but this is a risk, and an unnecessary one at that.
At least be honest about the real reason you don't want to go.
What's that supposed to mean? What's the real reason?
Is anyone still unclear on what the photo meant as a vote?
Okay, Mary, I'll say it. I never liked going to begin with.
Then why the hell have you been going all these years?
I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I like looking around and seeing everyone else having fun. But after the first hour, it just becomes painfully clear the insidiousness behind it. The rides are fun, but after you go on a ride, you're expected to buy the photo, and then the shirt, and then the ears. There's this perverse air of capitalism masquerading as nostalgia. Overpriced bric-a-brac that will just go into a closet anyway. Children getting indoctrinated into marketplace mentality. Just thinking about it now saddens me beyond belief.
So you're saying you don't want to go on the rides? We can just hang out at the water park.
It's not that, Wendy. It's not about COVID or the dangers of travel. No, for some reason, he feels now's the time to take a political stand. He's trying to make some sort of statement. Bernie Sanders lost, okay? If you want to vote and support Democratic Socialists, vote Jabari Bridgeport. Do not take it out on our vacation.
I think we should hear from Peter. I've been honest with what's on my mind. I put my cards on the table.
Oh, please stop trying to pick a fight. I know you too well, John. You like to grouse and complain because that's what you like to do. Head of steam, sound and fury. I bet after all this ranting and raving, you still voted yes, or yes with an asterisk, or yes with a caveat.
So John uploaded the old-timey thumbs up.
You wanted to talk about the vote. You opted into that, my friend. Just because you started something doesn't mean that we all had to fall into line.
I'll say how I feel. I can share that with you guys if you want to hear.
What's on your mind, Wendy?
Since I'm new to the group, I just wanted to start off by saying I appreciate you guys including me in this. I appreciate you letting me vote. I'm sorry James not being here is a sensitive thing. John, I appreciate you sharing your opinion. I'm sorry COVID complicates the trouble and we have to vote. Traveling to Florida would be great because I've never been. I mean, I haven't been to any part of Florida, but specifically to Orlando. I've been to Tokyo, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Paris, and Anaheim to hit up all of the parks, but not Orlando. I've been thinking about this because the other day I went to get a bagel and the store was closed. It went out of business due to COVID. As I was walking home, I noticed that every business on the block was closed. I turned on the news and it reported major stores and chains are going bankrupt. And I had this chilling thought. If we don't go, could the park disappear before we get there? Go out of business. I got to ride the Ferris wheel in the Toys R Us in Times Square before it closed. I was one of the last people to get a sandwich at Carnegie Deli. I never got to see a movie at the Ziegfeld Theater before they closed. Maybe it's worth the risk.
Can we change our votes? What are the rules on that? How do I do that?
You're joking. You want to change it now? Just because of what Wendy said?
Changing your vote from what to what?
Wendy has a point. If we don't go, they could go bankrupt.
They're not going to go bankrupt. They own everything and have more money than they can count.
We can't go to their movies. We can't buy their merch. The world is different. The money is going to run out.
Maybe that's a good thing, Peter. Maybe this will put rampant consumerism in check. We won't have to buy nostalgia anymore.
What did Wendy say that made you change your mind, Peter?
I still don't know Peter's original vote. So you're going to upload another GIF?
Wendy talked about missed opportunities. I never talked about this with you guys, and I know this is going to anger John because I stood next to him at John with the Elizabeth Warren rallies and Bernard Sanders rallies, defending the worker from big business. Diversity is good. I go to bed in fear of the giant omnicorp that's going to one day own us all, but I'm being totally, absolutely honest when I say I'd sell my soul if there's a chance I could see the X-Men appear in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's your price point? You're willing to let the world be owned by one company just so you can see Wolverine standing next to Captain America?
We were all willing to accept a world where Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver could be in the MCU without Magneto being their dad. We were all willing to let Galactus be a giant space swarm. We don't have to settle anymore. People, we can get all that we want, but we can't do that if they go out of business. We need to give them our money.
I hate that in your mind, a united Marvel Cinematic Universe will be the greatest thing accomplished in our generation.
I'm so lost in the conversation right now. So you're saying you do want to go. You voted on not going before, and now you want to change your vote?
We were supposed to vote on whether or not COVID was altering our trip. Not politics, not Dr. Doom, not economy. How the hell did we get so sidetracked?
Mary, you used to work for them. Can you set the record straight on whether or not a bankruptcy is possible?
Wait, you used to work for them?
No, I mean, yeah, but it wasn't like I was an executive or something. I was part of the college program. That's it. John, why are you bringing it up?
Mary, do you want to tell Wendy the story? Wendy, I hope you're sitting down.
A story? This is incredible. I am sitting, but not in anticipation of the story. I broke my ankle yesterday while running away from a homeless man eating 2 rats.
John is making something out of nothing. We don't need to talk about it.
Was it fun?
Was working there fun?
I'm sorry to say this. I won't be able to participate in the voting process until I hear your answer.
Well, let me see if I can make an analogy. Wendy, do you have any kids?
No, I have no children.
Ever babysit?
Numerous times.
So if you're the one being babysat, you're having a good time. Now, the reason you're having a good time is because the babysitter is running around behind the scenes, making sure everything is done according to plan. So I had fun via proxy, but on the job, you're really busy making sure everything is running smoothly.
What is it that you're not telling us, Mary?
Can we please get back to the vote?
John, what is Mary not telling us?
I can answer for myself. It's nothing insidious. My comments remain the same. For someone to have fun, someone else needs to be behind the scene, not having fun. I always wanted to go there and work there ever since I was a child. I learned a lot. There was a lot of international people there, so I made a lot of friends. The hours were long. The costumes were hot. It's a service industry, so people can be nasty sometimes.
Can your experience be summed up with never meet your idols?
That's what I'm trying to say. Never meet your idols. Yes. No idols, no idols, no idols. Let's vote.
How come you don't talk to the people that you used to work with?
They all got discharged, deported, released. What's the term they used?
What?
Wait, why does John know the story and we don't?
Will me telling the story resolve our voting dilemma? If not, I'm going to ask that we move on.
How? We tried voting and that got screwed up. We tried discussing it and that got derailed.
I have a question. If James was here, how would he have voted?
Harry, do your James impression.
I'm not talking anymore. No more, no more. I'm buying a ticket. Any of you idiots want to join me? You do so, and we'll have a great time. A bunch of idiots having a great flipping time. Holy moly. Round trip tickets to Florida, $19.
$19 a ticket. buying 4 tickets would still be cheaper than the 1 ticket would normally be.
That's cheaper than my Uber ride to the airport. $19, I can have an experience that I remember forever.
$19 means I don't spend as much money buying back my childhood.
$19 and I could see Wolverine fight Captain America.
$19 and I can reconnect with old friends. Well, it's amazing how things can be reevaluated when money enters the equation. Oh, I need to call this person back. I guess let's just try this again tomorrow.
I can't do this tomorrow. I thought we were going to solve this today.
The more I talk about it, the more I don't want to go anywhere.
I'm sorry. I feel like if James was here, he would have done something to get you guys to make a decision.
But he isn't here. There are no more old routines. This is new for everyone. Okay, we're not meeting tomorrow. I'll send out a poll. Yeah, I'll call people to find out when it's good. We'll figure it out. Hey, John. MIC.
See you real soon.
Peter. KEY.
Why? Because we love you.
Wendy.
I'm understanding now why James left the group.
What a way to wind this thing up, huh? A trip to Disney World. Oh, come on, folks. This is great. You know, I mean, I think we layered this tasting menu perfectly. This is the perfect dessert. Come on back, you guys. Come on back. Come on back. All right. All right. Scott Barton, Nayab, Sean, Isaiah. Oh, and there's Kimille Howard. Oh, Kimille. Our brilliant director, you guys. I was hoping that Chris Chan Roberson would be here tonight as well. Chris wrote this amazing piece, and I wanted to be able to talk to him about it. But we'll all talk for him. I mean, first question, show of hands: Have you all been to Disney World? Have you all, show of hands? Have you all been to Disney World?
Yeah.
Have you all been to Disney World more than once? Yes? Aya, have you been to Disney World?
No, I've been to Disneyland and Disney Sea in Tokyo, but not Disney World, no.
Well, but that's cool. You got to see Disney. Has anyone been to Disneyland in Anaheim? Oh, you guys, Disneyland's where it all started. Yeah, I have to tell you, I think even though, yeah, you are being manipulated. You are being, you're buying into the marketing. Yes. But it's still like, it's so cool. I love going to Disney World and Disneyland, and it's fun. It is the great escape, I guess. All right. I know that Chris wrote this because when we first started this intensive, it was just this idea that Florida was opening Disney World. And in the middle of a pandemic, when Florida's numbers with like infections were through the roof, like beyond anything, and they're opening Disney World, and you're like, all right, well, great. They're taking precautions. They're being safe. But what are they? Why? What are they thinking? Kimille, when you first got this play and you first read it, what did you think about it?
Oh, well, I was excited because I think Chris was inspired by the conversation we had during our first meeting together. We were talking about things that we were interested in because he wanted to write from our group. And I mentioned that I worked at Disney, that I did the Disney College program, and I worked there for 2 years, and everybody except for Scott expressed enthusiasm about Disney. And so that's sort of what inspired this piece. yeah, because we ended up talking at great length about my experience working there and everybody's love for the movies and the parks and whatnot. And so it was sort of a no-brainer that, okay, this should definitely be what we explore with the piece. So that's, and I like, when I read the script, I was just very excited because ever since I worked there, I've always wanted to do something that was sort of like a parody of sorts about like the fandom, because like as dramatic as the fandom is represented in this piece, it's even more extreme than that. If you go online or if you talk to certain people, it's quite extraordinary. I mean, I'm a big fan, but I think there are degrees.
There are definitely degrees. That is absolutely true. And I love that because we have a very good friend that he was living in New York here. He and his partner were living here in New York, and his dream was, I want to work for Disney. I want to work. And he is like, I know what I want to do there, but I don't care. I will go in at an entry-level position. I'll start in sales, which is what he did. And he worked his way through the ranks, and you know, and yet he's always the one's like, yeah, I love working here, but you know, the rat doesn't pay. With all due love and respect to Disney, I think it's hilarious. I'm not mentioning names because I know that he's actually wonderful and he's doing very, very well there. And you know, I think it's a great organization to work for. But yeah, it's amazing. It's just a fun place. You guys, all right. I have to ask you first, Scott. What do you have against Disney World?
I don't have anything against Disney World. I've been a couple of times, but my brother is vehemently anti-Disney. He wants to shield his kids from any influence, whatever. And, you know, Chris expressed some of the ideas of, you know, indoctrinating children into, you know, this marketplace mentality. And so I'm not that anti-Disney, but he certainly is.
Okay. Does anyone else have any thoughts about the Disney experience?
I will. I think Chris was inspired for the character of Mary by me, because I like, for a lot of the time that we spent during our intro meeting, I was like telling them stories about my experience working there. But I think where I differed from Mary is like, I loved working there. I wasn't like a never meet your idol situation, even though like there were some crazy things that I experienced. I would still like, it was still one of the best experiences of my life. So I think that's where the story diverted from reality.
I actually love Disney. I love Peter. I love the character Peter, because I talked to Chris and we were talking about, you know, I'm a comic book geek, and I was just saying I really want to see the X-Men appear on screen. I'm a major fan of them, and I am for actually giving my money to them because I just love their movies. I love the Avengers. I love every single one of that cinematic experience. Just seeing those characters pop up on screen is an absolute joy for me. So it's magic. So thank you for having me in this projection.
Are you kidding? It's great. Yeah. Well, again, the thing that I love about this, and it's also a good reason why, I won't say why we ended it this way, we ended our festival this way, is it's just the way it worked out. Because when we normally do our intensives live, people get randomly paired together. And so when you start the intensive, you have no idea who you're going to work with or what the show's about. And usually the writers will sit down with the actors and talk, and the story comes together through stories that you guys all sort of talk about and exchange, which is exactly what happened with this piece. And that makes it a lot of fun because you can trace the origins of where things came from. And you all now have a very personal, vested interest in this material. And it just makes it great fun. I love the idea of 4 friends getting together to decide whether they want to, you know, brave conditions and risk getting COVID to do their annual annual pilgrimage to Disney World.
I wonder if any of the viewers, maybe viewers caught this or not, but like the character names are from Peter Pan.
Yes.
Oh.
I noticed that when I was, because I'm like, oh, wait. There's no Michael. No Michael. Okay.
No, what Mary Darling is the mother, and Wendy Darling, and then Peter as in Peter Pan, and then John Darling, and then James as in Captain James Hook, the missing person.
That's great writing. That's just so fun and clever, and yeah, everyone's off to Neverland, isn't it? Nayab,
yes.
How was this experience? I'm sorry, forgive me for asking this. Have you ever done have you done any virtual plays since we started doing this thing?
This is actually my first one that I've done, and I loved it. I mean, it's a whole different medium, but it's used in such a unique way that even though we're in different parts of the country, we're still here. We're together. We're bringing this work, and we're having fun. And to me, I don't really see it as a deterrence at all. It allowed me to work with people I probably wouldn't have had a chance to work with, given the situation that's going on right now. So I loved it.
See, I think that's great. What about you, Aya? I mean, have you? First of all, I'm so glad. I know you've seen our work before. You know of our work through our friend. All of you, with the exception of Scott, who is a TBTB company member. You were all sort of recommended through, of course, our friend Stuart Green. Stuart's just been wonderful, and I am so grateful to him because he connected us all together. And you are all such outstanding artists, and you bring so much into this work, and I can't wait to do more together. But how was this experience for you?
It was really wonderful, and it was very, very interesting. Technically, it was I needed some time to get used to it, but once I'm I knew what to do. It was so much fun, and I really had a wonderful time with the cast and everybody.
Oh, see, yeah, thank you. You were great. You were just all of you. I love you all had such very unique personalities, such unique energies and presence. And I don't know. I wanted to ask you about this, Kimille, because you are a stage director. You are, what was it like directing on this platform?
I mean, I've done this. This is one of many that I've done via Zoom so far. There's been a lot of Zoom plays happening and readings. And so there were some early growing pains back in March and April. But now I feel like I've gotten very used to it. And thankfully, it's a lot easier when working on plays that are written for the medium, because it gets more tricky when it's these characters have to pass things to each other, or they're supposed to touch each other, or they're supposed to shut, any number of things. So for this one in particular, the way that Chris wrote it, it was just really simple. It was simple to direct because it was catered to this medium, so that made the process go very smoothly. And there wasn't a need for a lot of props or anything like that. So it just relied pretty much on character and story to drive the piece. So that made it great. So
yeah, thank you. Yeah, when that was sort of my big thing when we started, when people started doing things. And again, without any disparagement, I give all of our colleagues and other theater organizations full credit for attempting to work on this medium. It's very, very interesting, very different. But my big take was, I think, one, the work needs to be sort of bite-sized, because if you're going to try to do a full-length play on Zoom, it is a lot more challenging to watch. It's a lot more challenging to get through. And you also have to suspend your disbelief even further. When you go to when you're doing a play that was written to be performed on a stage, okay, you go into a theater, you suspend your disbelief. You look at the stage, you say, okay, this is a I'm going to believe that this is a living room, or I'm going to believe that this is another planet, right? That's what you would, yeah. And the actors are existing in the same space and interacting with each other, and the energy is very different. But here you have to now suspend your disbelief a step further. You have to say, okay, now I have to imagine that these three boxes of, three separate heads on the screen are in the same space, and they're physically not in the same space. So how do we make that work? So that there's a lot more challenges for doing it that way. So I said, let's just cut to the chase. Let's just make them for this format. And they're fun. I just think it's a lot of fun. But the thing that I really love more than anything, which you all did so beautifully, was just the ability to come together and the ability to work, to collaborate and work together as artists, and to create something that did not exist 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And the fact that in the end, the energy and the enthusiasm that we normally would experience live, we experience it here. It all comes right through to us. So that is very, very fulfilling. And I'm just so grateful to all of you for being so great and elevating the work. Does anyone else have any other thoughts or things they want to add? Feel free to speak up.
Just thank you for inviting us to participate. It was great. Thank you.
Well, thank you for elevating this work and moving us forward in a time like this, which is really, really tough, and a time when we're all sort of, struggling to try to what's going to happen tomorrow. The live theater, the concept of live theater gets kicked down the road. It was supposed to be September. Now it's January. Is it going to be in January? We don't know that. So it's nice to be able to get together like this. And this format does open a door to so many other things. We can work with artists all over the world. You're in all different parts of the country right now, and here we are all together right here. So I want to thank you all so much. Thank you for being a part of this work. And I hope that you will be available for the next intensive, which is going to be in October, because I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that one. I will be inviting you, and we'll be talking about it all afterwards. So thank you all so much. I just want to wind this up with all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for staying with us, and for all of your wonderful feedback. I want to thank all of our funders, all of our supporters, which is the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, the Howard Gilman Foundation, the Steinberg Foundation, the Schubert Foundation. All of your support. The Axe Houghton Foundation, the Doctorow Foundation. I know there's just so many. The Fred and Eve Simon Trust. You are all partners in our work, and even in the middle of all this craziness, we could not do this without you. So thank you for that, and thank you for to all of our new audiences and all of our old audiences that are watching. If you please tell your friends, okay? Let them know about the work that we're doing. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, visit our website. If you really love our work, you can see everything that we're up to, everything we have planned, and everything we're going to be planning. And if you really want, if you want to donate something, you can just click on the donate button, and you can show your love and appreciation that way. I don't have much more to say other than, in the end, the one big overall theme that I think we all felt throughout this intensive and every one of the shows was a theme of love and a theme of interconnectivity. And I think the one thing that this intensive highlighted more and more was how much we all need each other and how much we all must support each other, not just through this pandemic, but through life. We cannot continue to grow and evolve as a species if we can't all grab hands and move forward together equally as one. Because if we don't do that, we will repeat the same mistakes, and we will be doomed to fail again and again and again. And so it's my hope that through our work and our art, we can at least bring some insight, maybe little ideas in your brain that will help to realize that idea and fulfill that more. And I believe that art can change the world. I believe we all have a great power to do that. These artists that you see before you and all the artists that you've seen over the past 8 performances are all they're magical beings. And the fact that you can, they put forth an energy and a collective energy that comes out to you, that's a remarkable thing. So I hope you will continue to support art, support theater, support this, because it is life. I hope you'll join us. We have many other programs, a lot of other programming set up in the coming months. We're going to be doing another intensive in October. So we will make sure to keep you all posted on that. So for now, we're actually going to be switching over to 8:15. We're going to be doing another show on Facebook. If you love the show, and I hope you did, you'll join us over there as well. Thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful night, and be safe, mask up, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.